Hello all of my lovelies, welcome back to my channel for another video. In today's video I am doing some swatches for some products that Alexandra from the outreach team sent me. There are 2 gel polishes and 2 gel paints. The first gel polish is Art Room, and it is a gorgeous purpley pink holographic color. And the second one is Treasure Book, and it is a holographic blush pink. And now we're into the 2 gel paints, and the white is a bright white, and generally you can use these for 1 coat coverage. I chose to do 2 very thin coats, more so just because it's force of habit from using gel polishes for so long. With the second coat, you can definitely see how bright it is. And now I'm going to do a design on the white gel paint using the black, just to show you how pigmented the gel paints are. And this one's going to be a diagonal zebra. If you're not really wanting to watch this part, you can fast forward about 5 minutes and then you'll get to the next gel paint. What I am doing is using the Glitter Mix Canada 15mm striping brush. And this allows me to have really good control for doing the lines. And with zebra, you can really just play around with it. It does not have to be perfect. Nature isn't perfect, so that's what I like to remind myself if I see what I think is an oopsie or a mistake, and I just work with it. And then I move on to the opposite side and do another stripe. And then fill that in. And it's basically a rinse and repeat for the rest of this. I am going to add in some lines just because I didn't like how much space there was in between the stripes that I was already doing. And once I had these, I really liked it much, much better. So I know with this design, I am turning the fingernail upside down and whatnot. So when you are working on a client's nails, you can actually get them to move their hands so that their nail ends up being upside down to you and work that way, or you can just work in the one direction. It's really whatever works for you. And that is how it turned out. I really like the way it looks. All right, now we're onto the black gel paint, and you can see on the one side of my brush I have black, and on the other side you can see white. That is because I did clean the brush off, but then I worked some black gel paint into my brush, and what it does from the one side, it'll work through the bristles, and then on the other side you'll see the white coming through. So when you've got a fair amount of your other color showing through, you can use a lint-free wipe and clean off your brush. Now we're on to the second coat. As you can see, I've cleaned off my brush, and shortly you'll be able to see some white poking through. And then after curing, I'm going to go in and do a swirly zebra. This part's about 6 minutes long, so feel free to fast forward through. And I'm using the white gel paint, and this just shows you how pigmented these two gel paints are, because you can literally not see the white through the black or the black through the white. And I'm just going to kind of make lines pretty much here and there on the nail, and I'll connect them on the one end, and then I'll just keep turning the nail as I need it. With this design, what I am aiming to do is basically have the point of each stripe kind of meet in the middle of the nail. I didn't quite get it like that, but that's also okay because, again, things do not need to be perfect. While I'm working on this design, I will give you some information about the gel paint. It is a no-wipe formula and is highly pigmented, which we've already seen, and it has a medium viscosity. This particular one is a cream finish, so there is no shimmer and no sparkle in it. And again, perfect coverage can be obtained in one layer, but you must always do really thin coats because you don't want your gel paint to wrinkle when it's curing. This gel paint can be applied over a base coat, a color gel, a builder gel, a poly gel. You can also apply it over buffed nails as well as on a top coat or an acrylic enhancement. And putting it over a top coat will give you a little bit of a raised effect. With this being a no wipe gel, you don't need to put a top coat over it, but you can if you want a more shiny, long-lasting effect. And there'll be no sticky residue if you choose not to do a top coat. And it's a perfect base for chrome powder since it is a no wipe formula. And you can also use it as a gel for stamping. I haven't tested this yet, so hopefully I can in the future and do a video for you, and I'll let you guys know. Okay, so this last stripe is pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and cure, and now I'm gonna go back in with some black because I found it was just a little bit, I don't even know how to explain it. The white was just too much as far as the size went for each stripe. So I wanted to give it just a little bit more definition. Now it's really starting to come together, and I'm definitely liking it a lot more. Sometimes all you have to do is just a really small change or addition. Something else I chose to do was to just refine around the white with some of the black gel paint. And that is the finished look. When I look at it at this angle, I love it. It just is so pretty, and it literally makes me think of a zebra because they're not always just diagonal lines. It depends where everything meets on the fur. Now we are going to use my favorite top coat for all of my swatches. It is the Ugly Duckling No Wipe Top Coat. And that is the finished look. I love both of these zebra print nails, and there are a ton more ways that you can do zebra print. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. Bye!